Hi, I'm Cheryl Bermeo. In this video, you will be taught in a sequential order. This order will aid you in the learning process. I will also be adapting the grace of classical ballet to emphasize the beauty of swivel skiing. Swivel skiing has been around for a number of years and has continued to grow through improved techniques. The basics in swivel skiing are taken from ballet. After much training and experience, different styles evolved to add uniqueness to each swivel skier. I stress the importance of ballet to differentiate between turning on a swivel and the art of swiveling. I will be taking you through all the beginning steps in swivel skiing. I will help you to learn to swivel in a progressive manner. It is important that you learn the basics first. When you start at the beginning, you are learning proper technique in order to look good and be able to advance more easily. Having good equipment is a great way to start out. It is very important to ski behind a boat that can hold a steady speed. The boat must be equipped with release, which is attached to the pylon. The release must be held by a qualified rider who understands the importance of timing when pulling the release. It is safe to pull the release any time a swiveler falls. Coast Guard approved flotation device is necessary to wear at all times. The rope is normally 60 feet in length and has a handle and tow strap attached to it, which is 5 feet in length. This is not the same as a trick harness. A trick harness is too heavy for swivel skiing. A double braid on the rope is useful. Anything more than that will make it too heavy. The swivel board has a Falk swivel binder mounted to the ski at a point where you can ski on the ball of your foot. The boat speeds vary according to the comfort of each individual skier. If the rooster tail comes up higher than your hips, then you may be going too slow. If you are sliding all over the water, then you are probably going too fast. A standard range for most swivel skiers is 12 to 16 miles per hour, depending on weight and comfort. This video would be most advantageous to you if you watch it all the way through the first time, then watch it several times with specific goals in mind. Try to figure out what you are trying to accomplish, who you are doing it for, how much time you have to practicing, and how dedicated you are to practicing. Set your goals and believe in yourself. It is extremely important to stretch properly before attempting any of these moves on land or water. You should stretch from head to toe using a steady press and hold technique. Do not bounce when you stretch. Your flexibility can aid your overall look, so start working on it now. In my personal experience, I have found that classical ballet lessons are the best form of exercise for flexibility and strength. Ballet training will aid tremendously in the learning process of swivel skiing. Land work is very crucial when learning how to swivel ski. It will save much time and energy if you practice in front of mirrors. This way, you can see if you are making mistakes and correct them immediately. The following terms and positions will be used throughout this video. Turnout. Turnout comes from the hip joint. It is the ability to have the leg face outward. The knee and the top of the foot are facing out, not in. With her leg to the side, again, the knee and the top of the foot are facing out, not in. And when her leg is to the back, the knee and top of the foot are facing out, not in. Square is another term that we use. We want to be able to have all 4 points, the shoulders and the hips, move together in one piece. If we were to move, these 4 points move together. We do not want the shoulders to be separate from the hips. They always move together. If one of your goals is to ski professionally, since most ski shows feature right foot forward ballet lines, that is what we will be using. Start out facing the mirrors and we'll start with the proper stance. The right foot is forward, which is your standing leg, and the left foot is your working leg and turned out. Both legs are straight and tight. Notice there is no space between the thighs. Next, you will tuck your hips and tighten your butt. The back is straight. Your stomach is lifted. Your shoulders are pressed down. Think of growing taller. Then lift your head and chest, and this will elongate your neck. Notice that there is a line between the shoulders, the hips, and the foot. You want to make sure to keep the weight over the ball of your foot. When holding the rope, make sure that your chest is in front of your biceps by pushing your chest up shoulders down, keeping the arms next to your body but just in front of your hips. Keep the wrist straight and press the handle down so that the pull comes from the hips. Steps to remember for proper stance. Remember your working leg is turned out. Both legs are tight and straight. Butt is tucked under. Stomach is lifted. Shoulders are pressed down. Head and chest are lifted. There's a straight line between the shoulders, your hips, and your feet, keeping your body weight over the ball of your right foot. Now to work on arm ballet. Arms can be easy to forget about when working on other moves in swivel skiing. Therefore, you should work on them continuously and get familiar with the different basic positions. You will learn additional arm movements in your ballet class. In ballet, there are 5 basic positions. In this video, I incorporate the arm movements only from 1st, 2nd, and 5th ballet positions. If you drop your hands down to the side, you will notice they are in a very natural position. The thumbs are relaxed. Facing the mirror, we will now start in 1st position. Keep your arms in front of you, long, curved, and low. Notice the pinkies are towards the thighs, but away from. Okay? They are not touching. The fingertips are a few inches apart, and the thumbs are relaxed. Now we will go to 2nd position. From 2nd position, we go up to belly button height, and then we open the arms as if a ball is growing within the arms. You stop at a point where you can see your fingertips through your peripheral vision when looking straight ahead. If you turn sideways, you will notice that the arms are still in front of the body. They are not behind. Notice also that the line goes from the shoulder down to the elbow and then to the wrist. The elbow is not below the wrist. The elbow is always lifted. The hands are turned up slightly as if holding a tray. This is your 2nd position. You can then relax your arms and go back down to 1st. From here, we will go to 5th position. Again, keep your arms long and curved, hands relaxed. Do not cross the fingers or the wrists. Take your arms up slowly, all the way up to a point where you can still see your fingertips within your peripheral vision. The shoulders are pressed down, the head and chest lifted, and the curve is still long, with your hands not drooping. They are still up. Again, notice that your hands are not above your head. They are still in your peripheral vision. To come back down to 1st position, you release energy and open up, take them through 2nd, and then all the way down to 1st position. These are your 3 arm movements. Steps to remember for arm ballet. Start with the proper stance. Relax the hands. In 1st position, the arms are low with pinky fingers towards the thighs but away from them. 2nd position, you are able to see your fingertips through your peripheral vision. There should be a curve from the shoulders, through the elbows, down to the wrists. The 5th position, the arms are extended and long but not straight. The shoulders are down. Hands are not drooping and the fingertips are a few inches apart. You can see your fingertips through your peripheral vision. Work on your 3 basic arm movements in front of a mirror until you become comfortable. Turn to different angles to watch and correct yourself. As your arm movements become comfortable, then add coordinated head movements. When you become comfortable with the basic arm movements, then you may incorporate additional arm movements such as these. Doing proper leg ballet will enable you to have better lines. It would allow you to look longer and taller on the water. It will aid in your progression from the basic to more advanced moves. Find yourself a steady object to stabilize yourself. Start in the proper stance and then we will go to the knee position. To get to the knee position, draw your working leg up your standing leg to a point where if you had a full glass of water, it would not spill. Your knee has to be high. Your toes are pointed and the inside of your heel is pressed against your standing leg. Notice there is no space between the thighs and the hips are level. We can now go to the point position. The point position, you press the inside of the heel forward and take your foot about 6 inches above the ground. You hold the turnout and you shape your foot. You shape your foot by pressing the inside of your heel up and your pinky toe down. You do not want to curl your toes under or sickle your foot in. You want to relax this part of your foot so it is nice and long. Notice again, there is no space between the thighs and the hips are level. You can go back to the knee. Then we will go to the attitude position. The attitude is where your leg is out in front of you, slightly bent. You get there by pressing the inside of your heel forward. Again, pinky toes down. The knee is as high as your hips. Notice that the heel is in front of your vertical center. The hips are level and the foot is shaped. You can go back to the knee. Now we'll go to the Developé position. In the Developé, we get there by pressing the heel forward again with the turnout, shaping the foot, and continuously lifting the leg. You don't want to just hold it in this position. There is no space between the thighs and the hips are level. You can go back to the knee. We can now go to the Arabesque position by pointing straight to the back with the turnout, hips and shoulders square to the front, and you hold the turnout. Lift your leg as high as it will go with your shoulders square to the front. Again, shape your foot, but this time the inside of your heel is pressing down while your pinky toe is pressing up. To come back to the knee position, you draw your leg back down to the point position, tuck your hips, and bring your leg back up to the knee position. Then we will go from the Developé to the Arabesque. Start in the Developé position, turned out. You will hold your turnout and continue to try to keep turning your left leg to the left as you go all the way around, keeping your hips level all the way to the Arabesque position. You can then go to the point in back, tuck your hips under, and draw your leg back up to the knee. A very crucial point to remember is that whatever height you start out in the Developé, you must continue to hold your leg at that height or get higher as you go around to the back. What you do not want to do is start in the Developé at one height, drop it down, and then go up higher. It must start out one height and stay the same or go higher. In all the leg ballet that has just been explained, remember to keep the standing leg straight because it is very common to bend the standing leg as you are working the free leg. Keep your hips level and do not lean to one side. This may be happening because you are not turning out or because you are lifting your working leg too high. Remember that there is not an open space between the upper thighs in the knee, point, Developé, or Arabesque positions. Watch yourself closely in the mirror for these mistakes. It is necessary to break these habits now before you get on the water. As a recap, knee, point, attitude, Developé, Arabesque, Developé to Arabesque. Now we are ready to go on the water. Getting up on a swivel ski will be slightly different than what you are used to. The following are tips and suggestions to make deep water and dock starts easier for you to accomplish. It will be most advantageous to you if you use a Fowlkes swivel binder that is totally locked to begin with. This way, you will be able to concentrate more on the technique. For a deep water start, start with the left foot pressing on the back of the ski, turned out and pushed up against the back of the binder. Your knees are bent into the chest and your weight will be distributed towards the back foot. The back foot steers the ski in the direction you are going. Your arms are extended. The knees are bent in close to the chest and within your arms. As the boat pulls you, push the handle down, keep the weight on the back foot, and then bring the hips forward as you stand. Get into your proper stance as soon as possible. The sitting dock start. First, sit at the edge of the dock, holding the coils in the left hand and the handle in the right. Note, the left palm is flat and your fingers are straight. The coils are feeding out towards the boat. Keep tension on the rope. Your left foot is turned out and put up against the back of the binder. Put weight on the left foot with the knees bent so that the tip of the ski rises up a bit. As you are sitting here in this position, you should tighten your stomach muscles. At approximately 3 coils remaining, throw the remaining part of the rope and grab the handle with both hands. Resist the pull by keeping the elbows into the side and the shoulders pushed down. The hips will be going forward towards the handle as the handle is being pressed down. This will enable you to keep the pull coming from the hips. Now, you are ready to work on your leg ballet. Apply what you just learned on land. Go through the positions in the same sequence until you are very comfortable before you mix them. From now on, try to stay in the center of the wake, which is called the whitewater. It will help in the learning process. A good rule of thumb to remember is never pull the handle in or up when in trouble. The handle is always pressed down so that the pull comes from the hips. Keep your weight positioned towards the ball of your foot. Never ride on your heel. The waist never breaks and the standing knee always stays straight. The head and chest continue to stay lifted and tall. When going through these positions, start out by moving slowly. You don't want to rush to get into any position. The transitions between positions are just as important as the positions. Now repeat your leg ballet positions. Knee, point, attitude, Developé, Arabesque, Developé to Arabesque. Now try to make your leg ballet flow. You may also add a few other moves such as a bow, kneel, or lay back, even basic arm movements. Eventually, you can work on a sequence. In the proper stance and knee position, cross both wakes to help build your strength and balance. Keep the knee up without breaking at the waist. Look where you are going and cross the wake. As you approach the wake, you will need to push the handle down a little harder. Your standing knee will need to relax as you are crossing over, but do not bend it. Note, have the rope on release with a qualified observer at all times when swiveling. Putting the toe strap on is the next step. The toe hold needs to be practiced on land first by having the rope attached to a steady object before going to water. Go to the knee position, Developé, bend at the waist slightly in order to reach forward with a straight back. Keep the arms long. You may have to bend your standing leg slightly. You want to keep your weight over your standing leg on the ball of your foot. Flex your left foot. Keep your knee inside your arms when putting the strap on. Push the handle down with both hands as you press the foot that is flexed up. Fit it down as far as it will go. Once it is there, let go of the handle and then point your toes with the turnout. Slowly straighten your standing leg and then raise your chest back up. Ride this position until you are comfortable. Remember to stand tall with hips level and weight evenly distributed. If your arms are waving for balance, put your hands on your hips to help steady yourself. Steps to remember: knee, Developé, flex the foot, bend at the waist, keep your arms long, put the strap on, let go of the handle, then point the foot and turn out, stand up and straighten your standing leg slowly. To take the foot out of the toe strap, reach for the handle by bending slightly at the waist, without rounding the back. Pull the rope towards you while flexing the foot. Lift the handle up. When the foot is out of the strap, stand up tall and bring the foot to the knee position. Remember to move slowly. Steps to remember for taking the toe strap out. Grab the handle, flex the foot, and pull the handle towards you and up. Stand up, and then go to the knee position. If you get in trouble, don't rush for the handle. Take your time and control yourself by moving slowly. When this is comfortable and you are steady, apply the arm ballet. First, second, fifth position. Next, we will put the rope between the legs in as graceful a manner as possible by splitting the legs just slightly enough to pass the handle long ways between the legs. Grab the rope in back so that the back of the right hand is at the base of the buttocks. Keep the hips tucked and chest up the whole time. Hit the proper stance when the rope is in position. Now continue with doing arm ballet in the center of the wake. To take the rope out from between your legs, point your working leg behind you while holding on to the braid of your rope. When the handle becomes free, it will drop down towards the water. Stand your body back up and then grab the handle. Once you feel comfortable with the previous positions using a lockdown Fowlkes swivel binder, then it is time to do everything you have learned with an unlocked binder. This is a swivel with a peg that allows it to turn only 180 degrees. Now repeat the entire sequence. Deep water start, proper stance and leg ballet, crossing the wakes at the knee, toe holds with arm ballet, and putting the rope between your legs with arm ballet. Now we are going to practice toe turns on land. In order to be more comfortable, I suggest wearing a type of dance shoe to enable you to pivot smoother. We will first simulate the placement of the toe hold. Start in the proper stance, go to the knee, developé, flex the foot, put the strap on, let go, point and stand up. You can then go to first position. From here, take your arms up to fifth, keep your shoulders down, head and chest up, back straight, buttocks tight. Make sure the hips are level, you have the turnout, thighs are together. Think of growing taller as you are doing this turn. We will initiate the turn by turning the right leg to the right, and the left leg will try to continue to hold the turnout. All 4 points will move together to the back. You will look all the way around to the back and spot something in the back. Make sure to keep the foot at this height and the same height as you are turning. Go ahead and turn. Initiate the turn with the right foot. Good. Okay, notice that she still has a turnout. The standing leg is straight. The stomach is lifted. The shoulders are down, and the head and chest are up. Okay, relax. We'll do this again. Start in the toe hold, arms up to fifth. Okay, also as you are turning, make sure to keep the thighs together, the upper thighs. All 4 points again move to the back, square, go ahead, turn. The left leg is still trying to turn to the left as you turn. Make sure that this is one line, that your foot is directly behind your standing leg, and that there is no space between the thighs. There is no arch in the back. She is not leaned back. Okay, she is pulling up. Good. As you are doing the turn, you want to make sure to keep the weight over the ball of your foot as you are turning and in your turn. Good, you can relax. Now we will work on the recovery. For the recovery, start in the same position as you were in the back. Foot up just a little bit. You want to make sure that whatever height you start out with, you end at that height. You initiate the turn by turning the left leg to the left and bringing all 4 points to the front. And you end with your foot at that height. Okay, relax. Okay, make sure you keep your standing leg straight as you recover. Start with your arms up high again. Good. Foot up a little bit higher. Good. Okay, and to recover, again, the thighs try to stay together. The hips stay level. Good. You can relax. Okay, we will show the toe turn from beginning to end, or from front to back, and then back to front. Okay, toe hold. 5th. Turn slow in 3 counts. Good. Keeping the leg at the same height, the thighs together, stomach lifted, standing leg straight, and you're spotting something in the back. Okay, to recover, hips level, turn out, standing leg straight, and all 4 points come back to the front. One more time, and I want you to also remember to try to think of turning slowly in 3 counts. It is important to make sure to turn slow. Again, you can think of it as 3 counts. 1, 2, 3. Good. And with the recovery, you will do the same thing in 3 counts. 1, 2, 3. Good. You can relax. Now we will take this to water. Repeat exactly what you did on land with the exception of lifting the heel. Just keep the weight towards the ball of your foot. Traveling is common at first. Make sure to spot the horizon directly behind you and tighten your buttocks. Also glance in front of you to make sure that you are staying on the white water. The open position is the next step to learn. This is the position most commonly used for show skiing, since the body is open to the audience. Start from the toe turn position, facing squarely toward the back. From there, just drop the left arm and shoulder toward the boat. Look at the boat, and let the left hip and shoulder open just slightly by reaching the working leg toward the boat. The right foot still should be facing the back with slight pressure against the peg. Ride in this position for a while until it feels comfortable. Then initiate the recovery by turning the left leg to the left and drawing the hips and shoulders all the way square to the front. Traveling may be a problem at first. Move slowly, spot the water and boat at the same time, continue to tighten the buttocks, and keep the upper thighs tight together. When that is comfortable, then practice turning straight into the open position. Start with arms in first position. As you begin your turn, lift the right arm and reach up while you are looking out over your hand. At the same time, the left arm should be extending toward the boat along with the working leg. Now we are ready for the deep swan. Again, we can start from the back toe turn position. From there, the working leg pushes the rope up. The object is to keep a pretty arch in your back and hold your lines. It is very important to keep from breaking at the waist. The only excuse for the upper body to dip down is to allow you to raise the leg higher. The working leg, when lifted, is pushing the upper body down. Keep the weight over the ball of the foot. Even a little extra push from that supporting foot will aid in a higher extension. It looks pretty to start with the arms above the head, and as the leg lifts higher, bring the arms softly to the side, but not touching the body. This is only a basic arm movement. There are many arm movements possible in this position. To return to the toe turn square to the back, slowly stand up while keeping your hips tight and tucked. Remember, as in everything we have learned so far, to keep the turnout with straight legs. A good way to remember this is to always think of lengthening yourself. The hand-to-hand seems to be one of the easier hand turns to learn since the skier is completely square. Start in the proper stance in the knee position. The weight is over the ball of the foot and the handle is in front of the hips with the elbow slightly bent. The only part that is moving are the arms. They are doing the work. To initiate the turn, push the handle and elbow down and then curl the arm into the middle of your back. Turn the body in 3 counts square to the back. The handle turns down and goes near the center of the back without touching it. Make sure you take the left shoulder all the way to the back. Without breaking at the waist, slowly reach around with your right arm and grab the handle. Use the arms for give and take, not the body. Remember that during every movement, you need to be in control. So moving slowly is the key. Keep the head and chest lifted by watching the horizon when turning to the back. To recover, do not alter the body. Remember that it stays tight and in one unit. Push the handle and the elbow down as the body returns squarely to the front. The left elbow tries to stay near the side of the body. Press the handle down to keep it in front of the hips. The wrist always stays below the elbow. Once recovered, notice the chest is in front of the biceps and you are in the proper stance. To extend from the hand-to-hand position, point the working leg straight back above the ski, turned out and lifted to rope height. This is just like the Arabesque position, except the handle is in a different place. The working leg should be alongside of the rope and touching it. The body is still square to the back. Move slowly when extending. To recover from the extension, just reverse the movement. Point back to the ski while pressing the hips back into the tucked position. Next is the flip turn. Again, start in the proper stance and knee position. The arms do the work while the body stays tight and in one unit. Take the right arm up. Hold the handle horizontally in your left hand with your elbow bent slightly. Make sure you are square to the front. When the right arm reaches the top, turn the body to the right all in one movement, leaving the left shoulder behind. Press down on the rope while turning. Look over the right hand to help stay in line and steady, and reach up to elongate the body. Keep the left arm slightly bent to leave room for mistakes. That is your give and take instead of breaking at the waist. Stay over the ball of your foot. To recover, press the handle and elbow down so the elbow stays near your side. The right arm comes back overhead while the whole body comes square to the front. To extend from the flip turn, keep looking and reaching over the right hand. The left hand is pressing the handle down as the working leg is pointing straight down and slowly lifting toward the rope. Remember the leg is turned out. The back of the left hand should now be pressed against the inside of the left leg. Notice the left shoulder is not pulling forward. It is extending towards the boat, so there is one straight line from the right hand to the left hand, which is in the same line as the left leg. To come out of the extension, just reverse the movement by bringing the leg slowly pointed back down to the ski and then draw the foot back up to the knee. During the recovery of the extension, the hips are pressing back to the hip tuck position. Extended hand-to-hand and extended flips are pretty much the same. First, start in the Developé position. The arms are the same as the hand-to-hand, but the difference is the extension. The legs should start out in a Developé and only get higher. As you turn, the legs and hips should extend towards the boat with a turnout. This keeps the foot from dropping below the rope. The back is relaxed with a slight arch. In the turn, the chest lowers by teetering, not by dropping it. The back of the hands touch at the lower back. To come out of the extended hand-to-hand, reverse your movement. Point to the back and draw your working leg back up to the knee position by tucking the hips. For the extended flip, start the same way as the extended hand-to-hand. As you turn, take the right arm up and over. The arm is going up and over, reaching out in front of the body, while the leg is reaching directly behind you. The left shoulder stays relaxed and extended toward the boat. In all of the extended swivel positions, it is safe to say that while in the learning process, the shoulders need to be at the same height as the working foot. To come out of the extended flip turn, reverse your movement. Point to the back and draw your working leg back up to the knee position by tucking the hips. For a nice variation, start in the flip turn and extend the working leg toward the front of the body in a Developé position. Put more pressure on the rope and recover like a normal flip, with the leg staying extended and square with the body. Once in the front, continue to carry the leg to the back by doing a Developé to Arabesque. This move should be learned in 2 steps so that the leg stays level. When that is comfortable, then smooth it out to one continuous move. This is termed as flip, leg out, recover. By this time, the Arabesque position should be comfortable to work from. Start in the Arabesque position. For this move, the leg needs to be parallel to the water, by reaching the hips behind the body as such. Stay in the Arabesque position throughout the entire move. The body does not change. Start with the arms slightly bent and initiate the turn by pushing the handle down. While you are pulling the rope towards the hips, turn the body as a whole to the right. Keep the arm close to the body. Continue to press the handle down with the left hand and draw the arm into the lower back so that the right hand knows where to grab the handle. The back of the hand should rest on the top of the buttocks. As the body turns, it is very important not to alter the body position. Only the arms are doing the work. It is a common mistake to lift the shoulders or handle as you turn. This will drop the leg and possibly keep you from succeeding in this turn. Remember to keep the body square. The working leg is turned out and level. It helps to think of lifting the leg higher as you turn. You may need to start with your leg lower, but raise it as you turn. Eventually, start with your leg high and end with it high. To recover, hold the Arabesque position. Let go of the handle with your right hand and press it as you return to the front in the Arabesque position. This move is called the Arabesque to hand-to-hand. Of course, the next move is the split catch. Start with your leg in a high Arabesque position and turn the same way as explained in the Arabesque to hand-to-hand. The difference is the working leg needs to extend higher and the handle is placed under the leg. The upper chest may dip slightly because the working leg is higher. Keep the shoulders rolled back so they do not round when grabbing the handle. Once the right hand grabs the handle, pull the handle up the working leg towards the knee to allow a nicer arch in the back. Recover the same way you came. While holding the Arabesque position, let go of the handle with your right hand and press it down as you return to the front in the Arabesque position. Last but not least is the 180-degree overhead presses. This is a bit more difficult, yet when this move is achieved, you will be ready to go on to more advanced moves in the 360-degree swivel. The press can be taught from many different positions. Starting from the knee position will aid in learning the 360-degree overheads. Start forward in the knee position. The body will stay in this position until the arms reach the back. As you pull steadily on the rope, bring the hands up to the eyes and look at the handle. The right elbow is up and the left is down. You should already be a quarter of the way around. Keep the shoulders level, don't dip. Turn all the way square to the back with the handle still in front of the eyes and the leg at the knee. Press the arms straight in front of the eyes towards the horizon as you start to put body weight on the handle. In other words, lean on the rope like you would lean on a wall. There is even pressure on the handle and the rope comes straight over the center of the head. When you hit the back position, don't try to hold it forever, just a few seconds. Then slowly extend by pointing the left leg down and then raising it up to rope height. Keep the foot touching the line as a guide. Do not use it to push down on. To recover from the 180-degree press, bring the knee back in slowly and tuck your hips under. As you initiate the recovery, bring the handle in close and down the center of the face, resisting the pull at this point. Follow through with pressing the handle down through the chest and to the navel, where the arms will then return back to the standard knee position. Another way to do the 180-degree press is to start from the Developé position. In the extended press, you work more with the leg and hips. The arms and pull are the same as the first press, except as you turn, the working leg is extending in a turned-out position along the rope and above it. The hips push out and extend towards the boat. The body should feel as though it is teetering to the back. You should use the weight of your body to push the rope toward the horizon. Look at the handle. The difficult part of this move is to keep the leg next to the rope and up as the body is turning. You must be aggressive in learning this move. When you feel that you are falling away from the boat, then you are probably very close to doing it correctly. This concludes the beginning of all the basic techniques. When you have mastered this video, then you can look forward to more challenging moves. As you advance, the moves will be more difficult and take more time and patience to perfect. If you feel you need personalized instruction, contact me. Work hard, be patient, ski safe, and good swiveling.